record session when we were talking about
No,
caked up Pringles?
no, I wasn't, Sergio. I
So it's
just
So
not
it's not
canon.
started.
canon.
No, I just
That
started
was part of the
recording
that
and
was part
caught
of the
him
recap.
saying that.
Oh, so
Oh,
now
so
it's
now
That
it's
canon.
Yeah,
canon.
now it's canon.
that was part of the recap. That
Yeah,
it's
now
caked
That's
up.
for the
Friggles.
that's
Now
for the
Friggles is
Patreon.
kicked up.
That's for the
That's a
That's a
special
special
everybody.
part of the
part of the
lore.
lore.
We are.
Yeah, the caked up Friggles content is gonna be for the Patreons only.
For the
That's for the
$10 tier.
$10 tier.
God, we do not
Yeah,
have
for
a
the $10
Patreon. This is all getting caught on the recording.
Everybody sign up for the Patreon immediately.
No, no, no
If you
Patreon.
want the caked up version of the episode.
God. Uh, anyway, so recap for this whole campaign. We start off with Yams and Amala, technically, with Amala being kidnapped after trying to have a rendezvous with one of her secret, not so secret lovers. It's kind of like the everyone knew but no one wanted to say anything thing. She manages to escape after her cart is kidnapped and finds that they were trying to take her down into the trench. After she escapes, she finds our young Fey-wild swordsman Yams, the little rabbit man, and his entourage, which consists of 2 other Harengongs and a Harengon? Question mark. They say he's a fellow Harengon, but he very much looks like an axolotl, which I have decided after a side conversation with Para, looks more like a material plane lizard folk, but he is a Feywild dragonborn. And on the others, they decide to travel together. He's trying to help her get to her kingdom, and they end up, oh god, I have to pull up my resources to remember the names of places. They end up in Havusha during their travels. Meanwhile, a young frog gets arrested for gang activity, which is a wild thing to say. We've got to remember, he is a 16-year-old. And he gets thrown in jail. It's probably just going to be for a couple days because his daddy's rich. But he gets put next to a rather old, and I would say probably most people would describe him as disgruntled.
What'd you say?
Disgruntled?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Tiefling stingray mermaid man named Journey, who's been in there for a while now. During the course of Amala and Yams traveling through Havusha searching for help, they also get arrested and thrown in jail. Amala's not having a good time. And as you guys start being let out because you're there during the time period, the March of Glory, where Havusha marches all of their prisoners through the entire country as a show of power and also as a threat for those seeking up, trying to do an uprising. Very fucked up. Thanks, Havusha. There's explosions heard overhead, and it is shown from like an overview thing, all of the remaining air cities, which were flying cities, had something happen and they all started crashing into the ocean. During that time is when the gang they start to make their escape, but things happen. A mysterious swordsman breaks himself out and disappears. And then some diplomats from Dusrosha, a land of just Aasimar tieflings, the keepers of fate and knowledge, request that they take hold of our gang, the prisoners, and they find out that it seems like they're part of a prophecy. Some sort of prophecy to stop the apocalypse that's coming. After which, and they're kind of recuperating, getting themselves together, Amala, basically takes a FaceTime call to talk to her father, trying to get in contact with her family back home, being like, hey, I got kidnapped. What's happening? I need help. And she finds out that there is a takeover of the palace. Her father is hurt. And Serene is still there. Her sister, twin sister Serene, and it seems like she may be possibly a part of what's happening. The crew decide that they're going to handle Amala's homeland. Why did I go away from my resources? I should just have that up and open in a fucking tab. There we go. They go to Gilta. They plan to go to Gilta for, trying to help and, the royal family. They have to go there anyway, apparently, but right now time is of the essence to save Amala's home, essentially. If not at least her father. As the group arrives in Gilta via portal, they are in open water. They fight off some bandits that were trying to loot the ruins. They manage to get a sea cowing cart from that so that they may travel. As they do, they quickly go down into a little divot as they hear something approaching. Overhead, one of the great leviathans that lives on the outer edges of the world swims overhead. As they are reminded that there are much, much bigger and larger things out there than them, and that the ocean isn't all inhabited by humanoids. There are great gargantuan monstrosities around them. As they get to Gilta, they come across a village that's being ransacked by Zoktan soldiers, which is a big surprise to Amala because they supposedly had peace currently with the country, as she is engaged to one of the princes. The town is being ransacked. They hide away with a family and find out that the woman that lives there has twins, which the gang outside of Amala learn is a big taboo for their country because of some unfortunate mess with other leaders in the past who were twins, and things went south very fast. It was known as like an era of destruction and, plague, pestilence, everything that could go wrong went wrong with them, aside from the note that it seemed like the twins were going mad. The group tries to help out by going out and talking to the soldiers. That also goes south very fast. Kruger doesn't get knocked out, but pretends he got knocked out. Amala got impaled. It just wasn't a good time for everyone, and so they got captured. And on the way to wherever they were being taken, they were saved by Amala's cousin Aladdin, or at least troops that were aligned with them. So after being saved, they rested and they made their way towards the Gilta refugee camp, where Amala got to reunite with not only her cousin Aladdin, but her mother. Her mother gave her more of the story. It seems like Serene has kind of gone off the deep end, but it also seems like someone has been messing with the memories of the people of Gilta, as Amala has certain memories that her mother doesn't. According to her mother, Serene never had magic. So the group gets together, they talk through a plan, they send a letter to Labruba for aid through Amala's lover that she has over there, the champion of Labruba, which holds a lot of political sway within the country. In the meantime, they plan a small rescue group to go and save her father, but the night that they were preparing, as dawn approached, the refugee camp was attacked. The party got together and managed to get out with Kiyoshi, their field medic who offered aid during the quest, and Aladdin, her cousin, though they were separated from Yams's retainers during the time. They traveled through the kelp forest, which was rather peaceful, and that is where the party, well, more so Kruger, found a friend. Our dear Friggles that we spoke of earlier, a small doesn't swim, it walks on the ground. He has bioluminescent spots and fins, and will pretty much eat anything that's given to him. He's very sticky and adhesive, and really liked Kruger. Aladdin was very hesitant to let Kruger take him, but Kruger showed enough intelligence and charisma in the moment to convince Aladdin to take this creature with him. Joey, I see you cracking up. With that, the group headed off to the city that Aladdin governs. They stayed there for a while. Amala got to live in a little bit of luxury once more, while they got some supplies, got some horses, and then they once again headed out. I need to pull up my other map now. The Gilta map. So the group moved from Ichochen all the way down to Adasa, a city that's near the capital, but also near the edge of the Gilta, like, I guess the best way to say would be cliffside, but there are no really cliffs because there's not air, but it drops right after. They seem to be having, yeah, kind of, but it's not the trench, it's just like the drop-off's the correct term. It's kind of like when there's just a sudden drop-off when you're like walking out into the ocean, and you can suddenly not feel the sand beneath your feet if you were swimming out. So it's not fully a trench, it's just a drop-off. It does go down into ocean floor that is knowable where the location is. There they learned that the townspeople were having some sort of problem. The miners hadn't come back out, and it had been a few days. So the group talked, got some information. This is when Kruger got what we later heard him call his sneak meat, which is just some meat he got from this man's fridge and kept in his back pocket in the open ocean water. Became horrible, horrible meat. This is where some of our companions also learned that Friggles has teeth, as Friggles happily ate the meat and tried to bite, I believe, Journey's hand?
I think, yeah. Journey was the one who saw the teeth, no one else did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He tried to bite Journey's hand. This was after he was given meat, though. During this time as well, Yams got to improve his sword down in the swordsmith house. And also the group had Yahiko. I forgot to mention, in Ichoten, Yahiko appeared. It turns out he got separated from the other retainers. The small dragonborn boy, he made his way through the kelp forest all by himself and made it all the way to the city all by himself. And they decided to keep him with them. They're just like, it's better to keep you with us. It's safer for you. And also, you can handle yourself. That sword has blood on it. Oh god, child. Though Yahiko's purpose is to just stay out of combat, run in and deliver healing potions if needed. He is a non-combatant. For now. We will see. We will see what the fate of young Yahiko is. The group headed into the mines with explosives in hands and found that many of the miners had been infected with these small jellyfish-like creatures that were controlling them. Well, these jellyfish-like octopi creatures, they were very see-through. As well as there were sharks just swimming around, these large sharks. The team easily handled the sharks. The mind envelopers, not so much. Those were a bit harder for them. I believe Kruger killed a man. Shot a man through the skull.
Did he?
I can't
Yeah.
believe.
There was
Yeah.
a miner that could have been saved, but
Com-
Kruger
completely
fully killed him.
like in cold blood. Also, you forgot the crab attack.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
The crab.
Oh yeah, the
we forgot
crabs. Yeah, the
crabs.
group
Oh,
first
fucking
fought the
Christ.
crabs, and they had a
Don't worry.
hate on. They had a hate on for Kruger. They kept
I'm
putting that
making
boy down.
I'm making sure that the chat has a complete visual reminder for every milestone.
It's
that you
Beautiful,
said.
thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful.
This is play by play how it happened.
Exactly.
It is.
Especially the shark. Oh, that's a good one, Serge.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah,
good.
that's
Yeah,
very
that's
good.
that's what it was.
Yeah,
And then Kruger killed him.
yeah.
And they Kruger just gang, motherfucker.
That gang life showing up. Um,
Oh no.
And yeah, during the crab attack, Kruger did keep going down. Much to Kruger's dismay, it made the other adventurers slash the adults he was traveling with question if he should be going with them at all. And then after that, he killed a man in cold blood. Uh,
It
but
was
they
effective. It's fine.
It's fine. They managed to save most of the miners. Uh, some of them died, but it's fine. And after they found a secret entrance that was a way to get into the castle, they had the people of the town blow up the entrance behind them, as it seemed that was where the creatures were coming from. In there was a bit of a puzzle. The group solved it with relative ease. Friggles crawled into a bowl and turned to stone, as much as Kruger continued to try to not have his little frog buddy do that. So they left him behind. Kruger, I believe, left some food and I think something for your smell behind with him.
Hmm?
Did you leave something with your smell for Kruger, or did you just leave food for him?
No, I remember I left a drawing.
Okay, you left the drawing.
Yeah, a drawing of the castle so that he knows where we are,
Okay.
which is the
Yeah.
castle.
Okay.
You drew a little map for him.
Yeah. And then they entered a maze. Amala is familiar with these mazes. They hold some traps. It's just an easy way in and out of the castle, but the traps are there in case somebody were to find one of the entrances to try and slow them down or prevent them. The maze was filled with these arcane crystal-like guardians that, thanks to Amala being royal, was able to secure safety for the group from these creatures. But as they went along, they noticed that, there's been a fight somewhere here. And the further they went, Yams also noticed that one of Master Seijiro's old students had gone through here. Eventually, the group came to a main room that had some crystalline beings, and that's where they had a big fight. They were successful in their fight. Yams had a cool one-on-one fight with this crystalline humanoid that turned out to be the student of Seijiro, but also one of the swordsmen that Yams had been seeking out as part of his quest. And he got a really cool sword that, in exchange for expending hit dice, allows you to do more damage and allows the sword's reach to extend. After this, they were able to get into the castle. Or actually, no, wait, no, there's an important part that I almost forgot. There's two important things I almost forgot.
The slime stone?
Yeah, the slime stone, where Kruger tried to get Small to get out of being stuck to the slime stone after investigating it and almost suffocated. And then immediately after, when he went to go help Amala, he said I forgot what he said to her, but she ended up, like, critically smacking him from it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I remember.
Right.
I think it was like
Oh,
Amalika
he
was like
slapped
panicking.
her.
Yeah, he slapped her first, and then she slapped him back and fucking critted.
Fucking ended his life.
Made him see the gods.
1/3 of my health.
Yeah, like I remember you didn't actually slap me. You tried to slap me, I think, and then
I tried. So you were freaking out. I go to
yeah.
slap you, calm you from your senses,
Oh yeah,
and
you
you just
failed. No,
called
you
me and
failed.
hit you.
You failed to hit
Yeah.
her. She realized you tried to hit her, and hit you back, which I think is the consequences of your actions.
And
Those
she
were the
critted,
only
and Kruger
consequences.
almost shit himself and died.
Yeah, because we were already so low in health.
Exactly. Yeah, you guys were already low
I
in
went
health,
down
and
to like
Amala
7.
is strong.
I love how kind you're being to Kruger in these recaps.
Listen,
The life
listen.
stone almost killed him. Almost
Yeah,
fully,
that's
like
what I
fully
said.
dead.
That's what.
Like
And this was like, I think the Slumstone, did it happen like after like
It was
the
after the.
roulette?
Well,
right after the fight.
it was
It was
after the
right after the
fight
fight.
because Kruger went to go investigate it, and he put his face near it or something, and it tried to engulf him by the face.
And
Oh, I
No,
think we're
no,
trying
No,
he
to
it
tried to
put it
step
did.
in the
on it.
thing.
He
Oh
tried
yeah,
to
you
We're
step
step
trying
on
on
to
it
it.
take it,
Yeah.
because
like the liquid.
he
Yeah.
tried to step on it because it started getting his legs, and we were like, "Are we gonna have to fucking cut this child's legs off?" Like,
Like it was a mess. It was a mess. I'm mostly being kind to Kruger because I'm just trying to get through the recap.
that's fair. We can't stop to just shit on him
there's
for 2
there's
minutes.
too much.
There's so
There's too
much
much to talk about. Kruger almost died. It's
that
okay.
it's okay.
We
Um,
know.
The
How
crab,
many times
the
did Kruger
crab.
uh,
almost die?
you
Okay,
guys.
okay, followers,
Okay.
make a tally of how many times Kruger almost died.
Yeah, that's gonna be the joke. Uh, so you guys get into the palace. You guys started in the upper levels because you were going to go find some more information. Uh, I believe you guys also found a room of rest before then, which is something that basically gives you a short or long rest, depending on how long you want to stay in it, but at a much faster rate. And as the group moved through, you guys found the library and had to fight some fucked up giant squid things. Some of them could come at you at 40 feet per turn. Some of them were immobile. It is a form type thing they can switch in and out of. During this fight, the squids also really hated Kruger, and he almost died. No, he did. He went unconscious. He went down from the squids because he got stuck in their webbing. Um,
We have to balloon
and then
him. Right.
I think the most critical thing that's happened in this arc is that Kruger insulted Kyoshi um, as they were trying to go through. He didn't mean it to come off as an insult, but it very much was.
And
Do we
everyone stopped
remember?
to be like, "What?" He
Do
said
we?
something about Kiyoshi like hiding and not really helping during the fight,
When
That's what it
and
was.
Kyoshi
everyone
was,
like stopped to be like,
Called
"What the
him,
fuck?"
yeah, when
called him
Kyoshi
useless.
was guarding Yahiko with Aladdin the whole time,
Yeah.
and like conserving his spells and abilities, and
Let me find a
everyone,
gift real quick.
yeah,
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on,
uh,
hold on.
no,
Excuse
it's
me,
okay.
excuse me.
I'm still going through it. Everyone did kind of stop and look at Kruger like, we will not stop him if he tries to kill you.
Like, like just to be clear, if Kiyoshi decides to take your life for this, we're not gonna do anything.
I was trying to look for
Yeah,
the fucking Fallout thing. That it's like
yeah,
nobody
we
like
like
that,
this.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
I,
this
yep,
is the closest one.
that works. Um, you guys get some information from the library about some artifacts that are being held within the palace, uh, as well as that is where we found out something about Riolance, the tutor for Amala and Serene, who taught them their magic. It seems like she's been a part of this family for a lot longer than is expected, but Amala wrote it off as, yeah, no, she's really fucking old. That makes sense. Especially because they're elves. They're this world equivalent of, like, elves. Um, oh, I just realized, you know what, it's fine. We're doing a recap. I just realized I was like, oh, we forgot the treasure room in the maze, but it's fine. As you guys continued on, you guys made your way and found we found a few people of great importance. First off, you guys found Amala's dad. He seemed to be stuck in one of these secret rooms of respite. He was indeed injured, not looking great. You also found a very ethereal looking, what is this world's equivalent of a dark elf woman. And Kiyoshi lost his mind a little bit when he saw her, and she kind of used her powers to throw him in with her father, with Amala's father. There was a fight that happened. You guys decided to not kill Asui, which is her name. After getting Kiyoshi and Amala's dad out, making sure he's safe, Kruger managed to save Amala's dad, which I think is the wildest thing that's happened in this campaign based on track record.
Kruger's doing something right.
Yeah.
Wait, how?
Because he did the
Exactly.
medicine.
I was just gonna say no one saw it.
Yeah, no one. No, Kiyoshi saw it.
Yeah, he said it.
No,
Kiyoshi
Amala.
did see it, but he...
No, Amala was there. Amala
I used minor illusion to
amped,
I
amped.
tried to do healing. I
amped
tried
him
to do healing word that didn't do anything.
You
and
used
I
a
did
medicine.
minor
You
illusion
realized.
to...
Well, no, you realized it was a poison, and you had to
Yeah,
handle the poison.
But I wasn't able to cure him fully. So what I did was I did a minor illusion to make it look like he was all right. But he wanted to for the only person to see the real state that he was in to be Amala. So when she went into the portal, I dropped the minor illusion, and then she saw the real hell that went through, that he's been through.
Actually, I think it's the opposite. I think that he only showed you guys, but he didn't show
he didn't
me.
want to show Amala, but he showed you and Kiyoshi. He had a minor illusion over it.
Yeah, he wanted to protect his daughter.
Yeah, he didn't want his daughter to worry more than necessary.
Little trauma.
But you guys were able to at least stabilize him, if not fully cure him. And Kiyoshi and Aladdin was fully like, "Look, guys, we found him. The magic of this place is going unstable. I have to get him out of here." Amala didn't want to leave without Serene. But you know, your father was very insistent that Serene is the cause of this. Serene is the one that did all this and encouraged you to go find Riolance. Kiyoshi is kind of bitter at the party, mostly because of how Kruger behaved with the squid situation. And you know, now his girlfriend is in a state of, we don't know if she's alive. She's kind of in a almost vegetative state. It turns out Kiyoshi is also one of these like dark elf koi like people. They look similar to the lanternfish around Gilta. So he took her and left. He was like, "I'm out." So you guys are now by yourselves. Aladdin took Amala's dad to safety. And you guys went down into the pantry area. I believe Amala got cocaine.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember Amala and Journey were getting the cocaine. That's what yeah.
Several things, yeah. I think it was like cocaine, a pair of shoes.
A pair of shoes, wine.
Etc.
Yeah.
Literally
Wine.
so much coke.
Literally so much cocaine. I need to like look into like some people who've done like magic drugs for like side effects and such. If you want to actually do the magic cocaine.
Arcane.
Yeah, it'll probably be similar to Arcane.
Hell yeah.
And as you guys left the pantry, fully intending to go deal with this Riolance problem, since the castle does seem on the verge of probably trying to collapse, there was just carnage on the other side of the door. This thick, purple, sticky substance, as well as just dead bodies. In the distance, you can hear people screaming and fighting and some sort of monster within the palace. But it's the opposite way from where you're going. And this is where we are now caught up. You now have the choice. Do you want to follow the sounds after Kruger has rubbed the goop sticky
yeah, he did that. Yeah.
himself?
He did
That's
that.
right! That's
did
right,
also
so that they
fuck
couldn't
myself.
detect you.
It was like it's a genuinely good plan, but he didn't explain what he was doing before he did it, so everyone was like, "What the fuck is your problem?"
And if I recall correctly, now that you mentioned that, I think that's the moment where Yams is like, "This child is gonna die." Like,
Yeah, like Yam
yeah.
fully.
Yami made his
He's
peace with
like,
that.
yeah, he's like, "Ugh."
Like even Yahiko is like, oh.
Yeah.
Yahiko is
Yeah.
like 2 years younger than fucking Kruger.
Crazy.
Oh
Crazy.
my god.
You make them so young.
I made Yahiko or I made Kruger so young?
Kruger is
You
Kruger.
make Kruger
Yeah.
so young.
You could have
God,
made
it's
him
true.
like his early 20s. Like, you said he was in college, and I was like, oh, so he's like in his early 20s, late teens. No, he's fully like 16.
And it's not even one of those situations like Knowles where they're like at 14 years old, they're actually kind of old.
Oh no, like
No,
I do
like
it. I do it.
he's fully like a person.
No, yeah, no, like
Oh.
for reference for people are like, oh, but he's a like Gripply or whatever. It's like no. I do relative age. So when we say someone's 14, he is like 16. He is 16 in the relative age
Yeah.
of
Listen,
that.
the educational system in Habusha is very advanced. They don't have too many.
Not advanced enough, my man.
No, you
Not
got to
advanced
college.
enough.
You got college so fast because your family's rich. You are like a nobleman.
Are you implying Kruger's like parents paid for him to skip multiple grades?
Probably.
Nepo baby.
Yeah, he's a little nepo baby. Like his family probably like highly funds that school that he went to.
That's how I got away with not going to class, like after the second day of class.
I remember that detail now. Yeah, you just fully skipped.
I went to class. I said, I know what magic is, and left.
Stay in school, kids.
Yep. That's what you did. No, it's showing. It's showing. Oh
They
my
were gonna cover the very next day the nature of magic, and I'm like, nope, too boring.
Don't,
Get the fuck.
don't need that. What is that? I am Froggy Man. That's what Kruger said. That's totally what Kruger said.
But right, we are now caught up. I'll wait for Mina to sit down and get resettled.
Yeah.
But we are caught up now, and you guys have the choice to make of going the way you know to get to Real Lands, which is through the dungeons, or you can go investigate this monster first. Which also, as far as you know, all the people that are left within the castle, like the guards and stuff, which are the bodies you're seeing laying around, were infected with the mind envelopers as well. So they were like possessed people. They weren't necessarily dead, they were just having their mind controlled.
Okay.
Oh my god, they got brain rot.
But that's as far as you know. You don't know if there was anything more serious going on with them.
Yeah,
One of the dead bodies twitches and goes, skibbity.
Oh gosh.
The next one gets up. The next one gets up. You try to talk to him. He just goes, yeah.
No, listen,
nightmare.
we'll watch Skibbity Toilet either after this or another day. But we are all watching it.
I got up to episode like 25. Please, let's not.
No,
No, it's an experience. You have to sit through the whole
it's
thing.
we're gonna watch all 77 episodes together. And we're gonna.
77?
Oh yeah, and it's still ongoing. The critic used to be posting like one episode a day for a while, but he slowed down.
Good.
The last one was like
Mala
2 weeks ago.
guys.
Yeah, oh, I love
Pretty.
those. Those are really pretty.
Guys, we're back.
Hell
That's so
yeah.
good.
I need to pick out dice.
Wait, what's in them?
So they're liquid core
Oh,
type
so cool.
Yes.
glitter. So if you shake them, then they get like this like you can't tell at all because
Oh,
it's
that's
dark.
pretty.
But it's like a
That's so cool.
Like
That's pretty. Oh, I
So, yeah, it's
remember.
like-
We've sent those dice to each other on Instagram. We're like, the Mala dice.
mhm.
That's really cute.
Yeah, so it's like purple like on the outside, like a clear purple, and then the liquid core is like a blue glitter. So it's like the it's like our campaign
Yeah.
because
Yeah, the
it's
magic.
water.
Get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh
Get
my
it?
god.
Magic,
Get
Sergio,
it?
do
like,
you get it?
yeah.
Oops,
Sergio,
salt
do you get
water.
it?
Sergio, do you get
Do you
it?
get it?
Do you get it,
Do you get
Sergio?
it? Sergio, do you get it?
Sergio, do you get the joke?
Do you get it, Sergio? Do you get that the dice are like the campaign? Do
But
you
do
Yes.
get
you
it?
get it though?
But do you get it? Do you understand?
They also
There's
have
koi
little.
fish in it.
I was gonna say there's also koi fish.
I under.
We're underwater, Sergio. Do you understand? That's why the
fish.
dice are like the campaign?
Glug glug glug, motherfucker.
That's right.
We love
That's
our
I think he gets
friends.
it.
We swear we love
He
our
gets
friends
it.
here.
I did.
I just have to make that
I love
clear
it.
because
Fine,
this
that's-
is being
that's how we
recorded.
show
We love
love.
our friends.
We harass them. That's how we show.
We
But
we put a disclaimer underneath the entire video that says we love each other very very much.
We love each other, and this is not indicative of any negative
Chat,
feelings.
if you get it, chat, press G.
no,
For
like,
yeah.
comment, and subscribe.
G for
Subscribe
yeah,
if you get it.
chat.
Talking to the Twitch chat.
the non-existent Twitch chat.
God.
All right, but yes, you guys now have that decision to make. Which way do you want to go?
I think in true Amala fashion, she's like, I'm not going there. I'm not going where those screams are. You're crazy if you think I'm gonna go where those screams are.
You said it's the opposite way from where we're going, right?
Yeah, it's the opposite
Yes,
way.
it is
Yeah,
the
so,
opposite
yeah,
way.
so-
It's like you guys have a
there's no
hallway.
reason. There's no reason for us to go there. And just like
Yes. Yeah, you guys are in a hallway that's covered in this slime and large claw marks, like something's been like climbing on the wall.
Mm.
But you can hear the screams relatively nearby, like they're just like down the turn from the hallway, and then there's the door to the dungeon, which is the other way. So it's literally like not that. It's like it's not that far, but it's also not a problem to you right now. It may be a problem later because it does sound like something that's tearing through the place.
So you guys do have the choice, but I will say I am already covered in the slime. We can proceed, and if you want, I can cover you and put little war paint on your faces, so that you can be masked.
Yahiko speaks up, and the slight silence that falls and goes, I'm good.
Yeah, I'll take my chances.
that's a stupid idea, Kruger. I'm not doing it.
That's fine. I'm already covered.
Yeah, good job, kid.
I'd rather die than covered in whatever the fuck that is.
Regardless of whether we're covered on slime, we have to go and help those people. That goes for
Yeah.
you too, Amala. Those are your subjects dying.
I need to live. I need to like who else is gonna rule them if I die?
Who
If
are you
you
gonna
have
rule if everyone's dead?
Yeah.
But it's just castle. It's just castle centralized dying.
The whole city has been taken over by things. We have to go and save them. This is simply not negotiable.
It's the opposite way that we need to go. And it sounds like a freak fest over there. I'm not going.
We simply must.
I mean, most of the different people you've been with sounds like a freak fest as well, but you know.
What the fuck did you just say, Kruger?
Oh my god. Journey just like
Oh,
puts his
what-
head
what
and like his head in his hands in the background.
I'm just saying, from the stories that we've heard, or from the letters that we've been told of,
I'm just gonna throw Kruger with his goop so that he slides.
I like imagine you like carefully grab the parts that aren't gooped and just.
Actually, no, let's...
no, it's all goop.
Okay, so no, if you don't want this to happen, Sergio, go ahead and give me a dexterity check to avoid her, and then you do give me a dex check to grab him, and then we'll use your strength check to see how far he goes.
Oh my god, wait. If she fails, can I throw her into the goop as well?
No, this is her to grab
Oh.
you.
I mean, do you want to try to grab her back?
Yeah, if you want to try and grab her in retaliation, but if you're just
Immediately fireball to the face. Immediately.
No, I'll play it tame. I'll just fucking try to avoid it. I don't want Kruger to die that quickly.
I see Mina doing math.
Oh god.
Wait, you said what?
Dexterity.
Just flat dexterity?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
'cause this
basically
would be like a
opposed.
grapple, right?
Yeah, this is opposed dexterity checks because she's trying to grab him and he's trying to avoid.
So 16.
Okay.
22.
Fuck me.
Okay. What's your strength
Okay.
score?
My strength is
18.
I think it's 18. Yeah, Mala's
Yeah,
like
I think
fucking
so.
yeah,
buff.
18 all around.
Yeah.
18, so I have a +4 to strength.
Okay. So you easily huck him. Sergio, roll me a d20.
Oh god.
No, it's fine. Just roll me a d20.
18.
Okay, yeah, you slide. You skid. Which way did you throw him, Amala?
I threw him in the direction that I want to go in.
Okay.
So I
Oh.
just
So you fully slide and your face doesn't slam into the door, but it like ends up pressed against the door at the end of the slide.
He hits the door with like a wet thwap.
Yeah, kind of, but it doesn't hurt. There's no damage taken.
Like,
Yeah, they,
fucking.
oh.
and then I just start walking like in that direction, like kind of like not as fast as him because he's gliding, but you
Yeah.
know, just slowly.
Yeah, Yahiko will look between everyone and then look at Yams like, and then like look down the hall because like Yahiko's even like, we need to help those people.
Joey,
I guess I. Huh?
Look at
Oh,
the chat
okay.
for a second.
What did you just do?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. Because it is notably a slow slide, and he starts slowing down the more he's getting trailed in this goop
No.
because it is sticky.
Awful.
God damn it. I'm gonna have to. I think Yams is just gonna grab a mala and we're gonna go the opposite way. You know what I'll do? I'll look to see what Journey wants to do too. I look at Journey. What does Journey look like right now?
I think Journey's initial instinct was to just go where they were originally going, but
Oh, so no help the people?
no, that was his first instinct. But after some more thought, he's also like, I mean, yeah, help the people, and also there's no guarantee that whatever is slaughtering people down the hall isn't going to box us in on the way out, or get us on the way out. It makes sense. Take care of it now. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll grab Kruger.
I try to. I
And
guess
we
I
have
try
like
to.
a time limit on real lands. We have a time limit on when to get to
Yeah,
real
you
lands.
were. I will say, it is a case of like, once again, it's not that far away, but you also were like notified, like, hey, Real Lance is kind of a priority because this place is falling apart. Whatever's going on with her is causing the magic that kind of keeps this place together to go unstable.
Right.
Okay. I forgot that. So I guess remembering that it would just be too much of a fight to just like grab these people and go the opposite way. So I guess we'll go to Real Lands, or at least that's where Yams will go as well.
Yeah.
Okay, Yahiko will go with you as well, and kind of like gently.
But he kind of like just turns. He just turns, and then he just sighs, looks at Yahiko. Okay.
It's okay. Yeah, we'll think of. Let's try to think of it this way. Doing this will at least save the people in the future, because if the place kind of collapses, that will cause even more people to die before we can handle the monster.
I hope you're right, Yahiko. I hope you're right. Let's go. And he starts.
Yams.
I don't think Yams is running, but he is like hurried.
So Yams, from that, as you guys start heading into the dungeon, before I get into the description of it, you will get a D2 to add to any check in the upcoming little segment. Kind of like a bardic inspiration, but it's just a D2.
Okay.
Okay.
He's not fully a bard yet, but he's starting to get his little inspirational things down.
Oh, that's cute.
Cute.
I love you, Yahiko.
Already
As you,
giving out more bardic than Kruger.
uh, as you guys head into the dungeon, it's already very wrong. Amala, you sparsely came down here to begin with, like only if you really had to. Because, it's full of criminals. Why would you come down here?
Mhm.
Uh, but even something is very wrong. There's this deep, dark purple membrane kind of coating the insides of the cells that kind of reaches out, and it looks like all the prisoners have been caught up in it, and they have these arcane crystals that are the same deep violet but still glowing, growing out of the different parts of their bodies. It seems to be mostly coming out of their foreheads or their hands.
Mm.
You guys have to go down deeper to get to where your father said Riolance should be.
Do the glyphs look like the glyph that Usui like had pretty much on like the floor of that room?
There are no glyphs here, they're crystals growing out.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Do they look at all similar to the crystals from the figures we were fighting before, or no?
Similar, except
Okay.
instead of the blue they were, these are a more darker purple.
Okay.
They are arcane crystals.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
these people are dead, right?
No, you want to investigate them? You want to go into a
They're not.
cell and
Are they moving?
investigating? I mean,
Are they moving?
you don't know if it's the membrane or them, because they're so like encased and almost cocooned in a way. Like the pieces you can see sticking out of them are the pieces that have crystals. The ones with the crystals are just coming out of their hands. You can say maybe, but the ones with the foreheads, they're dead because it seems like it busted out of their
Oh god.
skulls.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh my god.
But the cocoons or whatever are moving, or like.
It's because it's like a membrane, so it seems to like pulse and twitch every now and then.
Mm.
I hate that. I just want you to know that.
I completely understand that reasoning.
I don't want to get close enough to touch any of that, so I don't expect to get anything out of this. I do want to try to like take a closer look at the membrane just to see if it is like that moving or if the person inside is moving. Just
You're mute.
sweetheart, you're muted. And I don't want to do that, so I don't expect to get anything out of this.
Can I just keep like instead of like a fine tune looking into these people? I don't know enough about magic, so to Yams they're probably already fucking dead. You know. Yeah. But I will try to keep an eye out on the room at large and just kind of like to make sure nothing just fucking pops out of that shit and attacks us. Um. So that's what I'll do.
Yeah.
I'll just start inching forward the corridor and just keeping a general eye out to make sure that we don't just get fucking double penetrated in this hallway. I'll do a perception check. Why not?
Oh, I do have a question. Did we like completely like recharge our health? Like, do we have all the spell slots, or is it like from where we left off? Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah, also
didn't
Han
go
taking a
to
shower.
any. We didn't go to any rooms of resting, right?
Hmm.
Wait, no. Did we? Or like, because I think that we might have taken like a longer rest, and that way, like, we had like a shorter time. Um,
Yeah, thank you.
yeah.
I mean, Amala needs a long rest. If not, she doesn't
Yeah,
fucking have
exactly.
any
Yeah,
choice.
exactly.
I don't think it's much of a choice per se.
Yeah.
It's a big difference whether we take a long rest or we don't. It's just like, you know.
Hmm.
It also makes the choice of not saving the screaming fucking people like
Yeah.
easier, I guess.
Hmm.
So yeah, I guess long rest.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, to get a closer look at these chainsaws.
I mean, I don't want to get too
What?
close, but I mainly, like I said in chat, just Journey's intention is less like see if these people can be saved and more how well he can determine at a glance if this might be a problem or if it's about to be a problem in the next, like, in the immediate future. Yeah.
I
In
got
the
a
next
12 perception. So
Okay. Okay, so that's 19 for insight. Mm. Alright. With that in mind, no longer paying any heed to them because we have bigger problems.
yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
Hmm.
Uh, would it would it help if I use the elemental adept feat to just shoot water to try to break them apart from the outside, from the inside out?
Mm.
So creature must succeed a third. Okay. Uh, so it says I need the creature that I shoot with the water has to make a strength saving throw. Now, if it's a rock, so with the water one, you can create a forceful surge of water, directed at a creature within 15 feet of you that you can see. The creature must succeed a strength saving throw, which can which it can choose to fail against the DC of 8 plus your spellcasting modifier plus your proficiency bonus up to or be pushed uh, up to 10 feet away from you. The water vanishes immediately after the creature succeeds or fails to save. Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, let me see. No, I don't mean just for myself. I mean like to pave a way for everyone else. Yeah.
How deep does it look?
Okay.
I mean, Yam says, I don't think we have enough time to clear it out.
No.
We're pretty live.
I mean,
Who wants to go first? I don't mind going first.
I'll go and then I explain the situation. I could just punch a rock and I could shoot a beam of water to push a rock and make it easier for us to move or for you guys to move through it.
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Okay. Yeah.
Kruger, why don't you go first? And yeah, just to have at least one person for sure on the other side.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'll go. I'll go next, and then Amala, I think,
Makes sense.
and then Journey will.
So
Okay. Good job, Yahiko.
okay.
And yeah, so Kruger will shoot the beam of water.
So what I do is I literally like swim all the way through to the other side. I punch one of
He's fucking scurrying in
huh?
there.
Oh well, yeah. Fucking crawl, squiggle. You know what? I figured out the best one. But yes.
Oh,
Maybe you can clean it out, Kruger.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I know what you mean.
mm,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Almost like if you're battering something up with breadcrumbs.
yeah,
Implying we're about to put Kruger in the deep fryer.
yeah. Kruger tempura.
Uh, but Cal, what I was gonna explain, like when I reach all the way to the
Ooh.
end, the ability is literally like when I attack as a bonus action, I could just shoot the beam, have it go out. So I just wanted to punch a rock and then have it be pushed all the way away to make a path, to create a path. Mm. Yeah, no,
That is a 12
uh,
for me.
yeah.
I posted mine in the chat. I got a 12.
I got a 10.
I got a 21. Could I give like somebody the help action by like I have um shape water, could I like after I go maybe like also like try to like with like shape water just like take out like the teenier like pebbles to like kind of like um oh yeah, I'd like to do that of just like freeze like the water like in like the tunnel to kind of like create some slip. Okay.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, sure. Right, all taken care. It seems you are now showing their crystals, the fluid crystals going on either side, but giving you guys enough going down to an area fluctuated this get like and you see the that's there giant most of them look like they're edge of being overlooked. They are you know,
Mm.
each
Okay, that is a 16.
I
10.
I'd rather not say. I'm
Oh,
blinded.
say
I
it.
got a net one.
Ooh. Kruger is
10.
so excited he got through the rock wall.
That's true.
I also got a 16.
The fuck is this?
Mhm. Mm.
Hmm.
And this is like who I would know as Rio Lance.
And she's chained up on like a chair or on the floor.
Oh God.
Okay.
Okay.
Amala Kruger.
So this is a lot to take in. I thought y'all didn't have this much technology. Is this normal to have here, Amala?
Am I like completely like because like I knew that like we had technology like this, but like could you like yeah like did I know that we had it to this extent or this is like secret?
Is there a maiden Havusha sticker on there?
I mean like yeah like oh
Hmm.
I mean like we're not ancient like you know we have ways to do shit. Okay. Uh, from the perception checks, does it seem like if we like removed her from this, that something would blow up, or that something would just come to a standstill?
Give me an Arcana check, and also, ma'am, this session summary might not be great because for some reason my headphones keep muting on OBS. Oh no.
Oh no.
Would we even be able to take her out of there without setting off alarms? I mean, we.
Arcana checks.
So can I roll an Arcana check for that? Because I think that's also kind of what Journey would be thinking.
Yeah, anyone
Yeah.
who wants to give me an Arcana check, glyphs is something you would know more about, Yams, if you would also like to give an Arcana check.
Sure, I'll look for an off switch.
Hell yeah.
13.
If you want to look for
13.
something, give me investigation. If you want to try and see if you can tell something about this glypher situation, give me Arcana.
I got a
I got
5
a
for
15
Arcana.
Arcana.
I have a +1 to both of those.
Hell yeah.
10. Fucking 10.
You could do better than us. I got a 15,
Yeah.
and then Journey got a 5.
Yeah, Journey got a 5 for trying to determine
Five crew.
anything.
Kruger got a 13, so.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Um. Yeah, Journey.
What if I cut him? What if I cut the big towers in half with my sword?
uh, so
Exile.
yeah, Yams. I'll say you're kind of Yams and Journey. You're both kind of stumped. Journey, you're more so like, okay, I haven't seen them used in this exact way. It's like a 50-50 shot if an alarm will be set off, but there's nothing I see that signifies an alarm, but it's just the situation. You're like, I don't know, there could be an alarm.
Yeah.
Yams, you're like, huh. These
Jens
glyphs are
takes
interesting.
his sword and just and just gets in a stance. Just ready to
Excellent.
Yeah,
fucking metal
you're
rods.
yeah, you're more so you're like, huh. Usually in this situation, the best thing is to destroy everything before it becomes a problem. Kruger, you're like, you're just still back. You're still like, huh? I've never seen glyphs used like this in correlation with the Tesla coils.
Mm-hmm.
They're not called Tesla coils, but that's the only thing I can call them right now.
It's okay.
That's fine.
Well, arcane coils. We'll call them arcane coils. Amala, you're like,
Coils.
oh, okay. So Amala, you understand. There can be a few ways to go about this. You fully click. Oh yeah, okay. Each of these glyphs respond to one of these arcane coils. You guys can try to balance out the glyphs to see if it'll be easier to potentially get Real Lance out, because it seems like it's just siphoning too much of her magic. But like that's what you get. It's siphoning way too much of her magic, and that's what's causing the overloads. And you notice that the 3 of the glyphs are not fully powered, which probably corresponds to those other 3 coils that you saw that don't seem to be properly working. Or, if you are careful enough, you can use some sort of magic, this includes magical weapons and the purpose of yams, to try and break the chains, but you don't know what that would do to the coils.
Okay. So it seems like.
No!
So does it seem like she has to stay here, but like we have to like calibrate it, like so that it doesn't suck up like so much power?
Yeah,
Or that it's like.
it seems like in this moment you can either try to break the chains or balance the coils. If you balance the coils, you have more of an inkling that you'll at least be able to talk to her and figure out what's going on, because it just seems like she's like paralyzed because it's taking too much energy from her. Imagine if like tangibly you could have your magic, aka your spell slots, being drained from you.
Okay.
They're doing the big suck.
The big good suck.
Okay. I'm gonna do something.
Kruger, can you turn it off?
If you want me to try, I mean, I'm not gonna.
Amala,
I will
can
say
you
I
turn
don't.
it off?
I can turn it off.
Just like Amala, just like said Amala. It's like Amala, can you turn it off?
So
I don't.
I'm gonna do I'm gonna turn it off, but I'm gonna turn it off in a big way. I'm gonna do vortex warp on her.
Ooh, what does that do?
So vortex warp, it's teleportation. So then I'm gonna try to like blink her and just her, and so that she can come. So it has like a range of 90 feet. Getting like within 90 feet, having her teleport, so that she can go to an unoccupied space of my choice that you can see within range. The chosen space must be on a surface or in a liquid. We are in water. So I'm gonna have her just like teleport in front of me so that we can like grab her and go.
Okay. Give me an arcana. Another arcana for like the practicality of trying to pull her out of arcane binds. Because these chains are not normal chains, they are made of magic.
Gotcha. Do you think anybody can give me the help action?
I think only I can. I don't have Arcana.
Yeah,
I think Kruger could potentially, because he's the only other spellcaster.
Kruger
I
could.
can give you that, or I can give you Bardic. Which one do you want?
You can actually give
You
both.
could give
Because one of them is a
both.
bonus.
Oh,
and the other
yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck? Give her both.
Yes, I can do both.
Okay, I'll let you add
Oh.
Bardic to this to the second one.
Beautiful.
Let's go.
I'm just
Kruger.
Oh, that started off real strong. We got an 18.
Oh shit,
Oh,
Kroger,
hell yeah.
Kroger, tell me, what are you
I have to know
doing
how
you
he's
here?
helping her.
How are you
How are you
helping?
helping, and what are you saying?
so I get out my notebook. I start sketching the pillar, and I go, if you try to avoid this, and this area, I think it might be the best. And the and if you try not to cut off her hands, like if you try to center the range within just her and not the shackles in her hands, I think that'll be perfect for that dimension door. You're doing dimension
what?
door, right?
No, no,
Or
but
sorry,
no,
teleport,
no, 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 no,
teleport.
no. It's perfect. It's
Teleport,
perfect.
Oh, it's better.
It's
It's better
actually
this
It's
way.
a
perfect. It's
teleport,
actually
right?
better.
It,
It's something else. It's
Yeah,
another
it's for
spell,
the
but it's no, no,
teleport.
but that's
Yeah.
Okay.
perfect.
It's
But that's
funnier
perfect.
that he says the wrong spell.
It's
Yeah,
even
absolutely.
funnier. Yeah, it's funnier if you're just like, yeah. After you use teleport circle, do this, this, and this, and it's like that's not even that spell, but okay.
It
Same
inspires
idea.
her because she's like, that's not what I'm doing.
I just
Yeah.
imagine that Kruger just busted out one of his old college textbooks, like about the glyphs, and like it's just a
Okay.
page that he's fully written on, like scribbled out like all the fucking actual text and
And
like
it's like
made his own notes.
the heaviest, the smallest fucking print on this book. Like, there's no pictures on this page. It's just a wall of text that you're showing to her as she's concentrated on a spell.
No. Hey, read this.
No,
Look,
no,
I got it, guys.
it's the tiny text, and then he's taken his ink and drawn over the text
Yeah.
like of the glyphs and stuff.
Oh my god, delicious. So it's like I think Amala, after having like Kruger like mansplain her own magic to
Yes.
her, is
Yes.
like so overcome with rage that it's just like, well, I have to get this fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Because like after this incoherent nonsense.
I can't fail now and have him say something to me if I fail.
Why
He
is
mansplained it to her,
why
and he
is
was also
all of
wrong.
I just realized all of Kruger's like helping or Bardic is just mansplaining.
Yeah.
This
Oh
He's
my
some
god, it
nerd.
is.
Oh my god, it's the 16-year-old mansplaining things to these adults.
And it makes them all so mad they do a better job.
It's like a philosophy major, like, but like fresh in. Like, they just took one semester and a bunch of philosophy classes, and they automatically think that they fucking know everything. And it's like, shut the fuck up, Timothy.
God. So what was the total, Amala?
24.
Nice.
Oh wait, why don't you use your bardic?
Wait, yeah,
Oh my
might
god,
use
yeah.
it. This is
And,
important. This is
and
important. This could be like making or breaking it.
Yeah, it could be a 25.
It could be 25. It sounds hard as fuck. So what's
So
your bardic?
It
um,
should be like a
it's a
D8 now.
it's a
Minus
D8. Well,
7.
yeah,
It's
Minus
actually
7
cutting
because
words. It's actually cutting words that I gave you.
okay. D8. I am making sure this is a D8.
I feel that. I feel that.
It's, they're all little shiny clicky clackies. Okay, I'm 98% sure this is a D8.
I rolled a
Oh,
9 and a d8.
6.
nice.
6.
Nice. So that bumps it
And I
up
know
to.
it's not a 9 because there's no other one.
So that's a fucking
Hell
30.
yeah.
It's a 30.
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
And then you
Now.
want to make sure that your hands are like this, not like this, because that's wrong. What you're doing
Uh,
is wrong. I know
yeah.
that magic literally fucking comes from your ass, but you're doing it wrong. I went to college.
I
Like,
took one
Oh god.
semester and I went to 2 classes.
I went to 2 classes and then I got arrested for vandalism because my daddy is rich. But you want to put your hands like this. You're wrong.
Yeah, no, Amala just...
And I just Trump.
Oh, no, we would never put that
Yeah,
on
little-
Kruger. We
16-year-old
would
Trump.
never.
No, we would never do that to you.
Amala, after like Amala gives like a slow head turn and then like doesn't even look and just does it, and gets real Lance in, and now Mina, I need you to pick high or low for me.
Oh, let's go high. Because why not?
Hell yeah.
Oh no, you don't want it to be high.
Oh.
Oh, I don't want it to be high.
Okay, you're
What
lucky.
if
That's
I
a
want
16.
Okay.
So real Lance bamps out. The Tesla coils are seeming to stutter, but they have not done anything. They seem to just be like stuttering and on the fritz, and nothing has happened yet. Rio Lance immediately, as she's like breathing heavy after so much exertion, like puts a hand on your shoulder. Thank you. And then like immediately runs to the wall, like does something and like pulls up this like arcane electrical hologram screen and just balances all the like arcane coils really fast.
Oh,
As if you're
Ooh, thank God.
looking at her screen, it looked like it was about to explode. Like the ones that were overloaded were about to explode from her like sudden severance.
Oh god.
But worse, Kruger almost was proven right.
Yeah, fucking.
and that's the real feeling. That's the real tragedy here.
I would rather die, said Amala, than fucking something happened.
She fixes everything, and then now you guys can better see her now that she's not in this blinding light. She is also wearing this, it seems kind of Gilta-esque, but it looks more Indian than Asian, like Japanese Asian inspired.
Mm-hmm.
She's like got like the loose pants with the like nice pretty like filigree. Actually, no, more Persian now that I think about it. More like Persian, like almost belly dancer, but like doesn't have all the jinglies. It's like the nice like crop top with the like poofy sleeves and like the loose pants. And she walks up and she smiles at you. Amala, I didn't think I'd see you here, but it is so good to see you.
I never thought I'd say this to you. It is actually really good to see you too.
What?
We have to get out of here.
No, everything's fine. Now, what do you mean by you never thought you'd say this to me?
Well, meeting you hasn't been pleasant. You're kind of a cunt.
Well, I mean, hold on. I serve cunt. I'm not a cunt.
No, go off.
No, darling. May I check something?
Yeah?
She goes over to this like little table of different arcane tools over in like a corner. She seems more like a scientist than like a magic person, because like she seems to be like in charge of like running everything down here. And she grabs like this like almost wand like crystal, but she like waves it over you. Like she's like waving it over you like, hold on, like what the fuck is going on here?
She puts on a latex glove, just putting her hand in jelly.
But it keeps like making like a small noise when it runs over your head and heart, and she's like, oh, that's... Oh my, your sister has done something. Now that...
No, no.
Now that pressure is off, I can... It might hurt a bit, but I can try and fix what has been changed. the same issue actually shortly before everything.
Their memories?
Uh,
Their memories have been
yeah.
tampered.
Are you about to tell me that like we had a great relationship and I really loved you and that I just had all that wiped away?
Yes and no. But every good mentor and student has their collisions, of course. I wouldn't
I
say
remember you
fully great, but we had a very honest relationship with one another. You came to me quite a lot for issues, as did Serene. Um, the poor thing when she did come to me. Um, but I mean, as you were getting older, sure, the teen thing where you don't want to listen to the adults around you, you started tampering away, going away. But I understood that. I was that age a long, long time ago.
I remember you as an old, ugly, crusty old bitch.
Oh, so is that how Serene? Okay. I
But
mean,
like
I
you're
am
kind of old
old. I
now.
am. I am. Oh, thank you. I know. I keep this
Yeah.
potty in perfect condition. I am old. I will say that.
Hmm.
I am far older than the sea itself.
That's real old. Real? What?
Come, come. While we have some time to gather, and I have some time to gather my strength, because I may be acting all put together right now, but I have had a lot of energy drained from me.
Hmm.
It's not a great sitting area, but it is a little sitting area. And as she'll start like talking and explaining things as you will start seeing them in your mind as she's like basically doing very careful acupuncture on you with these like little arcane crystal needles. Um, and she encourages everyone else to say, she's like, this is something that is important for, as you guys, and hopefully I do as well. I am more than willing to join you after a little bit of rest. Your sister, unlike you, was born without magic. She still came to our lessons in attempt that I could teach her in the sense of like wizardry or bardic magic, or even the light little bits of arcane magic that I know. Some of the more, I wouldn't call them necessarily. We mostly associate them with thieves, and she's talking about arcane tricksters. There's different variations of magic, and she wanted to learn something because she felt wronged that as a twin she did not have any. She started growing bitter and more bitter as she got older and was not able to grasp not just the concept, it seems like the magic wouldn't come to her. I noticed that one day she was in the library, and after that I saw her going out near the edges of the kingdom. I don't know for sure, but I didn't know for sure back then, but with the current goings on, I now do know for certain. Your sister has made a pact with. There's many names for it, but it is the great darkness that lives in the trench. It is a creature that seeks to essentially consume the world, and it starts by consuming the mind of the people that live in it before eventually coming out and just making this place a home of its own. I had to put that beast in there a long, long time ago. She kind of like looks off for a moment, like she's a little sad remembering it can only be sealed and only come out during during the solar eclipses when there's no sunlight coming about the earth. After the world became flooded, uh, me and other people in my party got together and created safeguards to stop it. However, at some point, one of our friends decided he wanted a little bit more power than was necessary. Oh, I don't remember the name. Do we remember the name of the wizard from the one shot we did? The Havushan
damn.
wizard. If not, I am going to.
Grimblefarb?
Can you spell it? Oh, okay. Movies.
Alarius was his name.
Oh, okay.
Close
Thank you.
enough.
Thank you, Joey.
What do you need? Hmm. You need a dragon? Oh.
You fucked a dragon?
Yeah.
That's really good. Good for her.
Gotta give it a shot, you know? You miss all the shots you don't take.
So true.
That's that's a place with all like the dragonborns that's like in like a lot of like tumultuous like infighting with the different colored dragons. Mhm.
Mm.
I remember your lore. I remember your lore, Kyle. Gang gang.
Hell yeah.
Um, where can we like hide you until we get your dragon? All right, and then
We need to
when
stop Serene before we get the dragon.
Well, anyhow was better
um
than nothing.
Do you know her weaknesses? Do you have anything that
Real.
will help stop a spellcaster?
Mm.
Now's the time.
Mm. Mm. I guess like yeah, like it's like I would ask like Rio then it's like okay, uh Rio, I guess I need some I need you to be straight with me. Not really, but you know what I mean. Um never be straight with me, but be straight with me right now. I'm getting all these memories coming back. And I mean, like a few weeks ago, I was engaged. I had a sister, and we were gonna get coordinated. And now I I feel like I'm not very equipped to make the call because I'm biased to the history that is now fake that we had together. Do I is there Yes, is there any hope? Is she still like the sister I know in some way, or do I have to kill her? Mhm. What?
Hmm.
That's just crazy that we have that.
Yams nods approvingly. Yams nods. Yams immediately nods approvingly.
Journey's just looking thoughtful, like, huh, alright. A kill switch should destroy an entire country if it comes to it.
Yeah,
He looks at
it's
the way that he's thinking about it, he's like, Better to die than become the enemy.
Exactly. That's how I thought of it when I put it in place. It was a way to ensure that,
You maintained your honor as a society. I agree.
in a way, yes, I saw a lot of people get taken over by that thing, and I said it would never happen again. Because when you get
Okay.
taken
I can
control over
respect that.
when you get taken control over by those things, you are still conscious and very aware of everything that is happening around you and what you are doing.
Yams sizes up the lady. Just like a quick like.
Excellent.
Excellent, Yams.
Okay. All right. Interesting to have that. Does it work in like sectors? Or does it's just like boom, the whole country? Because that's important to know. Is
So,
it just like everything? Or is it like cities?
well, the kill switch is for the entire country because once part of it becomes corrupt, you don't know how far it's spread. But it does start with the areas that are directly over and next to the trench, that because they are the more likely candidates. But it does sink everything. The only thing that is spared is northern Gilta, which is where the capital was originally supposed to be, because it was closest to the shoreline, the surface, and the light. Those creatures cannot stay in the light.
Oh,
And we
okay. So it would be like we would all like everybody that is healthy evacuate to Northern Gilta, ideally when this kill switch goes off.
Do you think a kill switch
Is that part of
requires an
it?
evacuation plan?
So it is.
Yes.
So it is just a kill switch to destroy your entire country in the worst case scenario.
Yes, and then the capital was supposed to be in northern Gilta. That way, the family, whoever was ruling, would be preserved. But the
So
families after me decided, no, we're going to put it here because, granted, yes, the mountain range is a strategic area, but they did not listen to my advice when I told them about the creatures.
Okay. Interesting. She just has this. Okay. 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 Is it like a button?
yeah.
Is
How
it
does it?
like
It
a
is.
cliff, like a phrase?
It is something that must be purposely activated, at least. So it's not something that can be accidentally done.
that's good.
There
Okay.
are, and
And it specifically can only be activated by Serene, for example,
by the whoever wears the crown, or in this case,
which is
the
Serene right
crowns.
now.
Right now, Serene does, but there is supposed to be a second crown. Because
Mm-hmm.
remember, this country initially has two rulers. That way, if one got power hungry and decided to try and just blow the whole place up, no, you need two people.
And where's the other
Gotcha.
crown?
Since I have it down here, but it is missing its pearl.
I
Is,
might have it actually.
She's like, okay,
um,
we will.
is there,
Yes.
sorry, by any chance, is there an exit route? Like, just in case if we activate this, we have like a route to get out of it?
I mean, you can swim out
Not,
the window.
The whole country explodes.
Not necessarily explodes. It starts breaking apart and falling further down. It's
Where
actually all
where would
hollow
we go?
underneath.
Where would we go, Kruger? Even if you jumped out of a window, where would you go
Oh, you just
as
swim.
the entire landmass?
Swim up
You just
while
swim up.
everything falls
You just
beneath you.
you just swim.
Just swim up?
Yes.
I mean, we are on the sea.
Yes. Because it only affects the land mass.
I
Because the
see.
further you swim
That's not a
up and
giant bomb.
oh no no no
So
no. I didn't have the materials to make a long lasting bomb like that.
okay.
Thank goodness for that, huh?
But simply, if it happens, just swim out the window and swim as close to the surface as possible, because the things won't be able to follow you.
Got it.
Yes, yes, it's marginally better than immediately destroying and killing everything.
I mean, yeah.
Uh,
Let me see.
She.
I have questions, but that just kind of like.
Yeah, it's like that was a lot that we're all processing right now.
Just a
Y'all
whole
so ready to
continuous
ask questions,
follow-up.
and then, by the way, there's a kill switch. As you
Oh,
guys,
so
yes.
when it comes to the crown,
Mm.
we read something that alluded to the fact of whichever person is crowned, they go mad. Particularly like with the twins, like the twin emperors before us. Like remember the last
Yes.
twin emperors that we had? They one of them went crazy, do banana
Mm.
puffs,
Yeah,
and
that is.
you know.
They started tampering with the same thing your sister did.
So that's why. So that's the thing. So
Yes.
it's not the crown. I thought
No.
that it was maybe like if we were to be crowned, like one of us would go
No.
mad. But it is because
Absolutely.
he just did the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
They did the same thing. Tragic putting that one in the ground. That was a bad time.
Hmm.
Yam starts poking with his sword at the magical shackles, and he's thinking about taking them.
The magical shackles that are attached to the glyphs.
Yeah,
Oh boy. What are you
So
rolling?
did the
As you
Why?
poke one, take 2 points of damage as arcane,
hmm.
electric arcane energy shoots up at you.
Hmm.
It's zapped a little bit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's directly tied to the arcane coils.
hmm.
Uh, Rio Lance looks over and says, I would not touch those. They are still quite frankly charged, but don't worry. And she like holds up like this like set that she's making. She's like, I'm almost done with these.
We just slap
mm,
him on. We just slap him on her, and she can't cast magic. Is that the
Yes,
vibe?
yes. Preferably we put it behind her back
mm,
as well so that she can't grab anything to try and stab you.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I think the magic is the big one for me.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, it will
so
render all
the
of her
previous
magic incapable.
mm,
Not just things with somatic components. She can't even perform solely verbal component spells.
ooh, okay, okay. So then with the previous twin emperors,
Mm.
it was that did something similar happen to them where one of them said that they wanted the magic and they got the magic and then the other one didn't.
No, they actually, neither of them had magic. Um,
Oh.
but they both were able to, like, not like natural magic like you and your mother, but they were able to learn magic. They became more studied magic users, wizards, similar to those who frequently live in Havusha. Uh, they, but they wanted more and sought out more power. They, like your sister, found my old tomes about the creature and went to go commune with it. Um, though they were not able to handle it as well as your sister did and started going mad.
So, I mean, so the other two emperors found your book, and then they became corrupted, and then
They
the rain
found
fell.
they found my book, which explained about the beast, and then they sought out the beast, which drove them mad. Not necessarily my book did it.
How about locking or destroying these books, huh? How about that?
I have tried to say that I would like to keep it in my own personal, like locked away in my own personal thing. They keep finding they keep finding ways to subvert that, and right now I am currently bound to the family,
How?
much like a gin in a bottle.
Mm, hmm. I see.
How did you get bound by my family?
She kind of like lets out a long sigh. It's a much longer story, but the short version is after everything went to a watery hell and the kingdoms were established, I came here to help because the elves were my people, so I wanted to help establish their place, give influences about how the culture used to be. They realized I had quite a bit of power, and she's like starts fiddling with this necklace that she has the same type of crystals that the shackles are made out of. They tricked me. I thought I had found one of many temporary lovers, and they had managed to slip this on me, and I became bound.
Was this the dragon?
No, 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 no. The dragon was my partner before everything, but my dragon, they left when the kingdoms were getting settled to ensure the peace between the draconic peoples because there was a history of bloodshed within them, just due to the difference between chromatic, gem, and metallic. So I've been stuck here ever since.
And what was the like how what would need to happen for it to be removed from you?
Oh, it's very easy. Just whoever is a properly crowned and anointed emperor or empress has to remove it.
And no
Mm.
one has ever done that.
No. They realize that while I am a great asset in training the people in the family who have magic, that I am also a very powerful weapon if need be to keep the palace safe.
Do you got wishes?
No, I'm not actually a djinn. It was just a metaphor. Actually, hold on, let me look
Interesting.
something up real quick.
Looking at Marid's current wishes.
No, I'm looking. Wow. Cause behind the scenes, she's based off of a druid.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why she has a timeless body, which is the capstone druid thing.
Mm.
But druids are the only full casters that don't get the wish spell.
Damn.
Fucked
I mean,
up.
technically, bards don't get it either, but they can get it through magical secrets.
Yeah, like there are still ways for
Wait,
them to get.
clerics also don't get it. Clerics don't get wish. No, clerics don't get wish.
Mm.
Arcana domain clerics
Mm.
and warlocks with the genie patron can also learn it.
Okay.
It is available
Ooh.
to wizards, sorcerers, and bards, and then also Arcana domain clerics and warlocks with the genie patron.
Oh, interesting.
I didn't know that expanded spell lists went to ninth level. Arcana? I'm not. Or do they? Oh, at 17th level, it's like they get magical secrets.
Yeah.
Essentially. Yeah.
Yeah, druids are the only ones that do not get access to the wish spell.
That's stupid.
Yep.
Well,
I think there should be a subclass of druid that gets it. I think the druid of the stars should get it. The star circle.
I mean,
Yeah.
they get unlimited wild shapes at level 20. Like
Yeah.
they don't really care.
They're okay.
They're
I
fine. They're
mean,
not awful.
I mean,
I think it's cute because it makes sense with like shooting star wishes.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That is a fun thought.
But she's like, yeah, no, I cannot grant wishes. My dragon, though, can on occasion.
Mm.
Things to
On
keep in mind.
occasion.
On occasion, it's a very powerful spell. It's a very powerful ability to grant wishes. It can literally change the world if one desired. So it's very powerful. It requires a lot of energy, and also my dragon does not like to do it that often, especially to random people. The last time we used the wish spell was to convert the races who could not fit, everyone who could not fit in the air cities into aquatic life was the last time we used it.
Oh, whoa.
Interesting.
Well, there was no other way to make sure everyone survived in enough time.
So now is it just in a like temporary rest until the next time it chooses to want to cast wish?
I do not know. By now, they should have been able to recast Wish a few times. It's been a very long time. I just don't know where they are. Because as you know, Dralem has been in war for quite some time. So something happened to my dragon because they were the one keeping peace between them all.
Yams gets like a shiver runs down his spine, thinking of Amala being able to cast Wish, and then worst, Cougar being able to cast.
He suddenly has that realization he's deeply uncomfortable.
Yams ponders killing Cougar before they get to that much power.
Imagine Journey's having very similar thoughts. Just what's the merit of
Worse, it's Friggles that can cast wish.
We're not even manifesting that. We're not even.
Friggles is a living wish spell.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
To catch you up, because a lot has gone on, as you can see. So apparently, we're the chosen ones in some sort of weird prophecy. The simultaneous apocalypses are happening around the world, and we need to stop as many as we can, but probably be strategic with them because we might not catch them all. And I'm pretty sure this is the beast thing that's happening here is one of them. I'm pretty sure that your dragon and whatever happened to him might be like part of another one.
Did the bookkeepers not fully okay? Oh, they're so cryptic.
They are.
Yes.
So the prophecy thing is, as you noticed, probably the silhouettes were rather vague in general, not necessarily fully depicted of you all. They are.
We're not too sure about Kruger, but we're pretty sure about everybody else.
They're bloodline coded from the.
Okay.
Even though, I mean, I guess technically I'm not related to you, but I am close enough because I've always been around that my magic technically influences you that you would be considered part of this. But that is because this is somewhat, they believe, bloodline related. The people who originally put it away can once again do it. The eclipse happening makes sense. That's why everything's being put into motion. The beast thing here won't be just affecting Gilta, though. It should also be affecting Zoktan because you guys are so close over where we put it.
Zoktan is at war with you.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Apparently, my fiance declared war on us out of nowhere.
It could also be a subversion just to keep everyone in the countries busy while they actually do what they want to do.
Which would be
to loosen the shackles on the beast, to try and get it as much power as possible before it awakens.
So you think that they're trying to awaken it?
Well, it will awaken on the eclipse. That is the unfortunate of what has happened. It will awaken. Stopping all the different apocalypses, it's the same apocalypse. They all have different stories about what it actually is, but it is the same thing.
So it's gonna awaken no matter what. They're just potentially trying to give it
more power.
A boost. Yeah.
Yes. Give it an initial boost upon awakening. all these different apocalypses that they are fueled by people controlled by this thing. If I
So you
had my
think that
guess, something that was already in Dralem is what put away or whatever to my dragon. That way Dralem would be in a constant state of war, because that is a force strong enough to help do a lot of damage to it when it comes out. That is essentially an entire country where everyone is a trained soldier. Similar to La Bruba. But here in Giltan Zoktan, they have a more easier time influencing people, because you guys were already in a state of tense, tense union. But you guys just needed a little push.
Okay, let's circle back. Let's circle back. What do you mean the prophecy has something to do with blood ties? What does that mean?
Meaning that you are probably descendant of one of my old traveling partners.
Was one of them from the Feywild?
Yes, a Harengon.
Oh.
Oh,
it's like you.
I have to make a Harengon name generator because I didn't plan on dropping this name yet.
Love
So
you.
would it not just have been Yams, for example? Like Yams
No.
isn't special, like Yams isn't
Well,
shit, and
no,
then
I'm
it would
pretty
have been anybody in his bloodline.
it could have
Like
been,
any
yes,
like
it could have been
yeah.
anyone in his
It,
bloodline, but if you
no, it
look
could
at
have
the
only fallen to me.
circumstances, it is coincidental that he is here when the eclipse is happening.
I think I'm exactly where I'm meant to be, actually.
So
I mean, it makes total sense.
Yeah,
But
that
I'm
does.
curious as to who it was that you were traveling with.
I was traveling with
Was
one
it my
called.
mother?
No, it was one
You know
Oh,
my
called.
that'd be
mother?
fun.
Your mother is not that old. It was one named Finala, which you do know that, Yams. That is the oldest recorded person in your family. Like they have their own statue up for the special spiritual ceremony stuff of gaining enlightenment slash your mother's ability to summon multiple arms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but mom's an astral. With the astral fest
Oh
book.
yeah, yeah.
She is the noted oh, she's at least founded this area, if not the whole clan type deal.
And now it's up to me. I understand.
She's
So could it? So in another world, if this wasn't happening, could it instead of me have been my sister?
yes.
See, I knew it. I knew it.
Yes,
I knew it.
if Serene hadn't fallen to corruption, she could have very well, it could have been either of you.
Hmm. Damn. Damn. I always thought I was the bad twin. Who'd have thunk?
Well,
No,
Not I.
you're the spunky twin. Not necessarily
Thank you.
bad.
You ran away
I'm the
from a
bad.
monster that was murdering everybody in this castle. You said, "Fuck him."
She kind of
And
stops.
yet
What do you?
I'm
Wait,
not
hold on,
close.
There's something loose in the castle right now.
yes, there's a monster that is currently loose in the castle.
Yes.
Okay, she quickly finishes up the shackles. She hands them over to Yams. Since Yams seems to be Marshall.
Because I'm the chosen one. Yes, I am.
No, because you
Yes,
look like
exactly.
you get up close in a fight.
Right, because I'm the chosen one.
No,
Yes.
okay,
Or your
sure.
sisters, or literally anybody, or
Yeah.
you know.
Nope.
And she quickly pulls out some blueprints for the throne room, and she quickly she looks over at Kruger and sees Kruger's got inks and paints, and she takes them for a second and circles some areas. She's like, these are the different areas where the glyphs have to be activated. Now, I don't know what modifications have been made to where potentially, since it's now a single ruler country, if there have been modifications changed to them that your sister could initiate at least a partial kill switch, if that makes sense. To where she couldn't do the whole country, but she may be able to start crumbling things.
Right.
Now, what I can do is either I can join you, but I do not have much. Let's just call it juice. I don't have much juice left in me to actually help out substantially. I can do good with a sword, and I do have one, but I don't have much left in me to help. But what I can do is, and she basically goes into explain that she can essentially give you guys she will essentially give you guys environmental layer things happening to where she can like control the arcane Tesla coils to like randomly like shoot out electricity at the top of every round to try and help you guys
that's
bring her
beautiful.
down.
Oh, yeah,
Real,
that's
yeah, that's great.
That's
Real quick,
hard as fuck.
when she says that she doesn't have juice, I immediately stop Cougar from fucking asking what the fuck that means.
immediately like
I
put a
lower
hand
his
out and
hand
quiver.
from like the fucking Capri Sun that he's about to fucking give her or whatever the fuck he has on him.
Yeah.
Just immediately like not even looking at him, just reaching out and putting his hand down.
Yeah, just like nope.
I put my hand out of my I pull my hand out of my pocket.
Yeah, and once she's done circling, she does hand you back your things. She's like, okay, I will stay down here and do that. I will go ahead and start that happening, so she will know something is happening. But she won't know exactly that I'm controlling it, if you understand.
Okay.
Go handle whatever's loose in the palace. Thank you for
What?
saving me once again, but yeah, no, please handle that.
Of course.
Yeah, because
They're
whoever.
the chosen ones and Cougar.
Yeah, no,
For the chosen ones, and Kruger is also here.
but yes, if you would please go handle that, that would be fantastic. Things loose in the palace are never a good thing, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Why did you think I said we have to get out of here?
Well, there were other important things, and I can't do this memory recognition thing on the fly. Plus, like we just went over, I don't have a lot left in me.
Of power. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good luck. The crown, the additional crown. She's like, that's right. Yes. And she goes over. She's like, I don't have the power to fully anoint you, so you don't have to worry about accidentally setting off the kill switch.
Okay.
But she hands
Good.
you a very ornamental crown that's like carved out of coral and like filigreed with gold and like silver and like little crystals and jewels and stuff. And she's like, you have the pearl. You said you had something you thought was the pearl?
Yes. Is this it? And then I show her like the pearl, and it's like I was able to get. I'm not sure how I was able to use it, but I used it to get a premonition on my sister, and it told me some very ugly things that I now believe to be terrifyingly true.
And she takes it and she like clicks it into place and like she puts it on your head. She's just like, okay. Yes, that is. I don't know where you found it. It's been missing for a while. We can talk
We're in the
about that
catacombs.
later.
We're in the catacombs. We came
Okay.
in here through the catacombs.
Well, that's the thing. It's been missing because you guys found it in that little room before Friggles turned to stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which technically wasn't part of the catacombs. It was like the exit room, like
Right.
entrance exit room. We can talk about that later. Go deal with this. See about that monster first if you can find it. Though, what? Tell me a little bit about what. Like you saw about it. Maybe I might know something about.
The frog child is covered in its slime.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
covered in slime and rocks.
Yes, slime and shit, but mostly slime.
Slime
Yeah,
rocks just caked in like mud.
If you guys want to
Mhm.
tell her like about like the carnage you saw, like the scrapings on the
Yeah.
wall, she does
I mean, yeah.
pluck one
Yeah.
of the rocks off and like just licks it.
Oh god.
Oh, that's some Kruger behavior. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't.
Are you also chosen one?
I mean, I was once upon a time. I guess still
No,
technically
but-
am. Okay. So this is something. It's technically not a beast of darkness. It's more of a convergent evolution to where they looked to mimic them. Um, so be careful, is all I'm saying. They. Let me pull up the thing because I actually have the thing for this up. Uh, this is something that mostly it will try to grab and eat you. Um, its secretion, as you can see, is very sticky. It can use it in more adhesive manners than whatever this child has done to himself. Um, so just be mindful of that. Um, if you try to hit it with something more up close and personal, and she kind of looks at Yams' swords, be careful, it might get stuck on the creature.
Mm.
I understand.
Good luck. I will start making Serene having a very bad day. She goes back to her like arcane holographic thing and like immediately like starts like messing with the coils, and the coils start randomly shooting up through the floor.
Excellent.
Not like the coils, like the electricity off of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yes. And I'm guessing you guys pretty much just go straight to go find this
Yeah.
creature.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Let's go take care of this.
Yeah, basically just trying to get you guys to the ending scene before we wrap it up for the night.
Yeah.
By the time you guys get there, it's very little shouting than what was there. What was once probably the shouts of and screams of like maybe 20-ish people is now down to like 3.
Oh God.
Well, damn.
And you see this medium-sized monstrosity. It has large, webbed but clawed arms that it's been clearly using to like pull itself around. It doesn't have hind legs. It instead has like a mass of tentacles behind it, but you can see it doesn't choose to swim. It instead chooses to like crawl around. It has a large head with a mouthful of jagged teeth. Its skin looks of stone and is covered in this slime that it's leaving around. But feral, yet everyone give me insights.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Yes.
9.
wait.
16.
Nat 20.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Excellent. Fuck yeah.
I get
It's
one.
insight?
I get one a session, and it was that one.
Yeah.
Good.
So we had nat 20. What was everyone's rolls again? I got
9.
16 for me.
okay.
15.
Yams, yeah, you're just like, this is the fucking thing, pulling out sword. Amala and Journey, you guys kind of stop, like, wait a fucking second. Kruger, that's your boy.
Yeah. It's
That is
fucking
your boy.
Friggles.
That is Friggles.
No way.
Nat 20 was meant to be.
No
It was.
way.
It was.
It's very thematically fitted. Yeah, that was good.
Yams immediately shoots 3 fucking arrows into it.
Oh yeah, immediately we're killing this thing.
Fighting spirit, action search, bonus action.
Yeah, as it turns to look
Sharpshooter.
at you guys, and Friggles, like, swallows whole, like, one of these guard things. One of the guard people. Since you recognize it, let me... Kruger, what do you say to Friggles before we end the session?
The most on-theme thing for Kruger. I step I step up and I go, guys, wait. It's my boy. It's Friggles. It's Friggles.
Just
So excited.
just immediately the complete upper half of fucking Kruger just fucking in two mandibles gets fucking yoinked.
He doesn't have mandibles.
Hold on.
It's not better. Wait, no, it's not better.
And
Yeah,
Friggles
here we
starts to turn